All right, this is Power Breakfast. Thanks so much for staying with us here on Citizen TV. It's Friday, time for us to deal with it. The panel is back. I'm back.
Joey.
I'm excited to see you guys. Yeah, but I was not on leave. I just had some issues to attend to in the county. Women rep. For attending my Machakos, Kitui, Kadhalika. But I'm back.
Search for what? What's my husband?
Both. How about that? All right, welcome back our panelists. Christine Mwangi. What's up? Good morning. Good to see you again. Yes. Masawa Japani.
Asante sana.
Marialo. And the eagle.
I'm telling you, the gentleman himself, the eagle. Dr. Weneke is my name.
Weneke.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all for being here.
I was like, morning is disturbing me. 5 years ago, not be sitting, I'll be humble in this studio. Right now. Yeah, just think I should sit like this.
Money is disturbing you. Okay, so let's talk. Let's deal with some issues here. Of course, if you're watching, please go ahead and tweet us. It's hashtag Power Breakfast. You can also tweet at Citizen TV Kenya. We want to talk about 21st century dads. Father's Day happened on Sunday. I don't know how you guys celebrated your fathers, or your baby's daddies, or your husbands, or your people in your life who are fathers. And we saw a lot of Kenyan celebrities, as you can see, just there. Celebrating their husbands and their children and things like this. So how did you guys first of all celebrate Father's Day, and is it a big deal in your household or in your life? We all looking at Masawe, baby. Masawe Anza. Atuna my husband.
Oh, okay. It was just the mom. I'm happy my children got a very good father, unlike myself, but that's a story for another day. Yeah.
Did you do anything special
for him?
Ulimpikia nini?
Father's Day tulikuwa by the way.
It was on Sunday. So it was last month.
Oh, we went out for lunch after church.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
After church.
Oh, the church. Okay.
I am not doing anything special.
Father's Day, well, yeah, well, just acknowledging that you have a father. I think it's important for everybody out there, because most people tend to always celebrate their mothers, then they forget the father, and they forget he's the guy who, without him, X plus Y would have been said, right?
Thank you, Christian.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Maybe we can talk about why it is that people tend to celebrate the mother and forget the father. Do you feel like, let's talk about how the roles have changed for fathers.
Ask me how I spend my father's day.
Oh, sorry.
You've been back along.
Of course, God is my father, so I spend my time in church. But either way, I took my daughters and my father out for lunch on Sunday. We spent time with the four of us, and we had a good time. My father got a little bit emotional, but African dads always want to look like. You cannot tell your African dad I love it, because it always looks like a political revolution. I love it, and I tell you, look, continue like daddy. Should have some Miriam Makeba here. But I think, just like you're saying, we are not celebrating fathers enough. There's always too much about mothers. Every time it's mommy's day. Cars are all over, people are sending cards. But I can bet you, nobody sent their father's card.
But the mothers
just an SMS.
We sent M-Pesa.
With them.
I like Joey.
Is your father that materialistic?
No, I sent him M-Pesa, and then my mom started saying, oh, so you just send me that M-Pesa she sent you, so I can buy stuff for the house.
I think it's just natural that mothers are celebrated, because mothers hold the fort. The mother is there for the children. She will never leave. A man will easily leave and forget that he ever had children with this woman, start another life. But a woman, no, actually very small percentage, you'll find a woman leaving her children to start another family.
Well, here's what I want to talk about. Again, back to the roles, how the roles have changed of fatherhood, because traditional roles of fathers, of African fathers particularly back in the day, was they are there to provide financially, and they are there to discipline you. So how has that evolved in the 21st century dad? We see them hanging out with their kids on Instagram. We see them being more proud and taking up more roles. than our parents did. And so how do you think that evolution has happened and where we are now?
I think for like, I don't know if I'm speaking for everybody here, but the way we were raised with our, I don't know whether we call them traditional fathers, it was, you know, education is important, in terms of morals, they were actually grounded us, even in, like, let's say, which religion, as in whether it's Muslim or Christian, they were really grounded on such things. But now fast forward to now the 21st century dad, you find, okay, like yesterday I was at my stylist's place, then this boy, I think he was like 2 years old or 3, he comes to me, then he's like, Auntie, Ukona games. That's the first, that's the first thing a kid asks. Well, as for me, my own father, in fact, you know. But then I remember, like, for me, the way I grew up, my dad would buy me books to read. Like, he would get Tao, yes, of course, chips, kukuli, we go to Uru Park, we eat, and then he would buy me a book, and by the time I get home, I've finished the book. You see, it's the first thing you're taught, in fact, don't speak to strangers. So I don't know why this kid is even comfortable.
So if you tell me why not speak to strangers when they are friends all over Instagram, Facebook is keep on suggesting for me friends. Do you want to be friends with them? This is the thing. Times have changed. The mode of parenting that used to be that time cannot be used this time. Yes, me, I'm a typical African man. I still believe in finding Masawa's child in the street doing something wrong and slapping that child instead of calling herself. In fact, I will deal with you. I find you in the street doing mago business. I will deal with you. But we have forgotten those kind of roles. You see, like, what instead of letting that boy go, you should have put that child, remove the trouser, and cut
someone else's child.
Because you see, when we are growing up, it was a community responsibility for the discipline of every child. You get? Actually, in our tradition, you as a parent, as a father or a mom, your work was only to reproduce that child for the community. So the community will deal with that boy. If I'm found doing nonsense in the bushes, they don't go report my father. They deal with me inside the bushes. But whatever is doing inside the bushes, they catch one of the bushes.
But didn't that raise children to just fear their fathers? As in, you didn't have a personal relationship
that is what it's
with your
supposed
dad.
to be. You are supposed to fear your father. My father is a military man. When he enters the house, we all stand as if we are passing. My body will do this. Everybody salute. My daddy, let me tell you, there was nothing like I love in our house. Who are you loving?
Why?
My father will tell me, you have no option to love me. I brought you to this world.
I think nowadays it's different. So I'd like to differ with him, today's father is more involved. It's not just about being there financially supporting the family. I think today's father fully participates in the child's life. Kwamba yuko pale spiritually, emotionally, you know, heart-to-heart connection, guiding the children. You're not there. You're not there because I need to pay school fees. I mean, there's more to just
what is
bills.
The work of the
There's more to just paying bills because you need a wholesome child. Kwamba amekamilika, being there as a father figure. You know,
here's another question. Do you feel that 21st century dads take responsibility in the event of a separation or a divorce, or you're no longer together? Because we saw a lot of this on social media on Sunday, where people who weren't necessarily together were still wishing their babies' fathers, you know, happy Father's Day, and I appreciate what you do for us. So do they take more responsibility now?
I think they do. Actually, it reminds me of when we were in school, and we used to be told to draw the different types of families. So there was the nuclear family, and then the extended family. But now I don't know what diagrams kids will draw, because it's mom, dad, Klande, somebody there.
Now what you do is
the three other children
just draw mommy, sister, brother, then space bar, then father.
Yes.
Then put a line. Then write on top that whatever mobile network your parents use. That's what you're on top of there. This is the thing, and I am sorry and I'm disappointed about the fathers of today. They are the ones, first of all, spoiling their children, whether inside the marriage or outside the marriage. You get this thing you're saying emotional. Me, I don't have time for emotional issues. I'm trying to look for how you're going to eat, how I'm going to pay your school fees. If I do everything, what will your mommy do? If you start crying near me,
that is
go look for handkerchief.
That is my issue. When you give, not just a minute, when you decide to have children, mmeketi chini mmesikilizana, kwamba you're going to parent the children.
Sometimes it's an accident.
No. It is not my sole responsibility to take care of these children. Ni mtoto wetu. Tunamkuza pamoja.
These are the parents.
Because nowadays, the women are also bringing, food on the table. I'm working.
But who told you?
We share responsibilities in the
house. The Bible has not sent you. The Bible has told you. The Bible has told you. Leave me to go to the garden. Let me tell. This kumbelembele that our ladies of Jesus have put for themselves, and they also want to go and put food on the table. Who told you to go put food on the table? Your work is to sit home. Let me provide. Who told you should also be a provider? But it is a kumbelembele. And one thing I'm going to say, this and the parents, I still insist, things should return to back in the days. Be tough. When I see on television these days, a child does something wrong. Come here, Jason. Come here, Jason. Jason, you done something wrong. Go to your room. Go think about your life. No Wi-Fi for you. What kind of punishment?
People have different ways of disciplining their children. So your way is not the best way.
In fact, I say, and I say it on national TV.
Your way is different.
I say it on national TV. Wives that are watching. In fact, when you get home, slap your child for no reason. Just go home inside the bedroom. They need to realize that life is full of surprises. So just beat them up. They need to, for advance. Maybe you go for a journey for 2 months and you're not allowed to punish them. So be depositing the punishment.
Okay, here's another question. In terms of emotional connection, did you have an emotional connection with your father growing up? Did you? If you can put that picture up of this young man, this young father of Fefe with his young child. I mean, they just look like they have a very strong emotional connection. Like that child will be able to go to that man and say, this is what's going on with me, my boyfriend, all of those things.
I think for us here, this category, maybe, I don't know, I mean, I'm speaking for everybody, but in terms of connection, maybe to a certain age, when kids are young and maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, they're adorable, adorable, right? But now, when I'm 10, I'm starting to notice, kumbe, my body look, notice the changes as you gradually progress, and at our age then, I don't know why there's a disconnect. Because me, I think by the time I was 11, I was feeling, dad nani kazia, I can't go here, I can't do that. I was feeling like that.
But then you find stage, Christine, where if the girl child and probably your father is present in your life, you find that you relate more with your mother because you feel like your mother understands you better than your dad. For those who are lucky to have dads in their lives.
Like for me, for instance, if I wanted to go out, like I think, am I allowed to say how old I was when I went out?
Sure.
I was 19. 4 years ago. I was allowed, but you see, of course I couldn't tell my dad. I had to go, hey mom, there's this, I want to take my bro, Sliver's bash, can I go? So mom will be, okay, you go with a chaperone, don't leave your drink on the table, don't let boys come, this close to you, don't be alone with boys, blah blah. She gave me all the rules, and what that did for me is I became more responsible. So a boy would come close to me like, I don't want to be pregnant, go away, go out.
And you see, this is where the problem comes in.
Why?
You told you that every time a boy says that to do, you're going to get pregnant immediately. This is where the problem comes in. This is what happens with parents. You are scaring people from each other. Just if I somebody at 50 years, you're a professional single woman.
But you cannot come and
no, you cannot just you put even on your CV. Hobbies, being alone. This is nonsense.
Talking to self.
This is what I normally say. And that's what I normally say. Parents, even at times, even put your children, let them go for those mixed schools. Get a boy and a girl, grow and know each other. And it's okay being around a boy. And nothing can really happen.
Okay.
You see now you are scared. Do that thing.
Back to the 21st century, Dad. Studies have shown that absent fathers, or what we call deadbeats, when the father is not present in your life, children are more likely to develop emotional problems, turn to drugs and alcohol, become teen parents, drop out of school, and the list goes on and on of not having that presence in a child's life. Do you feel like the 21st century dad is more present than our parents were?
I think so. From personal experience, yes, my dad was not there for us. He left when we were very young. Of course, we reconciled and everything is fine. But today's father, I think, he's aware that there's more to life than just paying for school fees and paying rent, these small bills. He's there. He's present in his children's life. Right. Yes.
What I really want to say is whatever happened between you and your ex-husband or ex-wife should not at any point affect the parenting of the children. Yeah. The two of you can continue their separate lives. But it comes to the children, like me, I make sure every single day, at least if I miss today, I make sure at least I've talked to my daughter.
But you know, it's different because you guys are not together. I think married couples should actually say this has to work for the sake of the children. Yeah, the dad should actually show it to the children that we are a unit. Yeah, I love your mother. We are together in this. Right. And sorry to say this, children raised with both parents are different from children raised by single parents.
But you see, it's
because of that balanced equation.
But my opinion, fathers who are in the house every single day, actually fathers who are not together with the mommy actually do a better job.
Because now they have to compensate.
Because we always have to make sure, you know what,
look at the present dads.
No, for me, I will not lie. I will say with a lot of pride. My daughter, I make sure when I'm spending time with her, I cancel all my meetings. You get? I make sure from morning till evening. We play around, we joke, we roll on the grass. She goes on smelling skumawiki. It's okay. You get? Because I know the next time I might be too held up. I might be having 2 events to get in a row.
So you make it count.
So I think fathers who are outside, I think we do a better job.
Let me take some social media comments quickly. Onyango Edwin saying women are the ones tainting fathers' images, consequently making children see no value in fathers. I'm assuming he's saying the baby mom. Harriet Omunzi asking, how can you slap your child at his surprise?
You need to realize
let's see. Onyango again saying, fathers and the male sex at large are viewed as valueless, courtesy of independent ladies. Hey, well, Onyango kona ka issue hapo. Harriet saying, I knew my father when I was 13 years old. Nelson Mwalash also tuned in saying, Dr. Funike is making my day. So a couple comments there. But again, Christine, you're going to jump into the conversation of a father being present.
For me, it's almost like we had a dad, yes. But like what Ofoneke was saying, there was that. It's like he had a fence and then an electric fence and it was really bad because let me give an example. Like when I got my period, I was young. I think I was 11 or 12. I was 11 or 12, and of course you have that conversation with your mom of right now you're not a girl, you're a woman, so you need sanitary pads, so you're like, hey, how can Tambiaje, dad, how will I start this doro? So I go to dad and I'm like, okay, dad, I need money for something. What is something? No, I just need money for something. Okay, how much is it? I think that time it was about about 60, 70. He says, okay, sir, here. You go ask again, he will ask you 10. I'm like, am I supposed to make these things disappear?
So you just make it a schedule every month.
Hey, dad, okay, I'll give you three more months before I ask you for 70 bucks. So you know what that did for me? I had to start saving up, all the pocket money that I would get, and now stop asking. Because you see, he had put that wall. And now the thing with now 21st century dads, you can talk and say, hey dad, I'm, right now I'm really feeling emotional. You can just go through the emotions with the father, and that makes a girl more secure growing up. Because the kids who have that kind of relationship where you can tell that, there's this boy, there's what, they end up being secure.
So you don't end up looking for that love that you didn't get from your father.
What I would say is this. As much as you're also trying to be a modern father, try and also keep that picture of your own father. That village man kind of a dad.
Do you surprise your daughter with slaps?
I'm waiting until she's old enough. That's what it is. You need to know that life will never be fair.
We have to move on to our next topic that we need to deal with. This is Deal With It. Remember the hashtag to use is Power Breakfast. At Citizen TV Kenya, deciding on having children. Is it even a choice, in African, when you talk about it in African context? That's how we think of it.
Is it a choice for what?
for women to choose, like, I want to have kids or I don't want to have kids.
You decide on your own. Without involving
I've already decided, but I'm just asking in the African context.
Married or not married?
Either one. For these days, it doesn't even
matter. I gave you an answer. I told you June, July. Even if you don't want, the weather suggests.
So you are telling me, so Joey and Christine, you are sitting in front of the whole world, telling me that me, an African Nigerian man, I should do a calendar. Baby, on the 26th,
10 p.m.
10 p.m.
Right.
Things will be happening in this house. There shall be fireworks all in preparation of 9 months. Nonsense. If this thing has come, and that's what they say, it is an abomination. Even try and count the number of children in a house. Are we together?
I think
if these things happen, if God has decided it is 10, who are you to block God's work inside your marriage?
Is it a conversation that should be had, and at what point?
I think it's a conversation to have, because you could be in different points in life. Number one.
Which point? Then you should have said at your North Pole, I stay at my South Pole. It's about point.
Wait, this is my point. My point, I mean, like, okay, maybe I've just gotten a new job. I'm trying to get, you know, my footing down, getting to know what I'm supposed to do, where I'm supposed to be, and maybe even the probation period is perhaps even longer. You just need to settle into your job. So if you have such kind of a situation, of course you can't start popping babies. Even your boss will wonder, hey,
does your boss not give birth?
I think
your boss not give birth.
Just a minute.
Listen to me. Listen, Masawi. Listen, and Christian and Joy. If I was going to marry you, it's because I knew I was financially capable of taking care of you plus the children. That's why I go to my point in the beginning. Is your kumbelembele as a 21st century woman that, oh my God, I need to go to work. I need to go to work. You can stay in the house. You can stay in the house.
So you believe
if you treat us like the third child, I don't see a reason why you should go disturbing yourself. Stay in the house. I deposit money inside your account every month. If you need to go to the salon, you need to go. You're making me mad.
There are many factors to consider. If you want to really go the current way, one, why do you want to get babies? Are you in a position to nurture this child and be there fully for this child? Are you getting babies because your friends are getting babies? Are you getting babies?
The norm.
Yeah. Are you getting babies because you want this guy? Are you getting babies to solve problems in your life? Are you getting a baby to complete you?
Because you're bored.
Why do you want a baby? Are you in a stable relationship to start a baby? Because probably you guys have just started going out, and this guy is crazy. He wants to, you know, bind your relationship. I want nataka mtoto sasa. After that you realize it's been, look at Vera. She's been trending. She says the guy wanted a baby with her, only to realize that this was just a wrong guy. Thank God I didn't get pregnant.
Let me tell you.
So you have to really ask yourself, what am I getting myself into? Because
and why?
So it's not kids play having babies.
For us,
it's a lifetime. Just a minute of one. It's a lifetime thing.
Right.
You know, you're bringing people into this world, so it is. By the way,
but I think also, Joey, to add on to that, she says there's stuff that you need to consider. I also think these are things you discuss premarital, before you get into that.
Do you how far? I mean, how far does that conversation go? Do you just say, okay, me I want kids, or like I want this many? You know,
yeah, you go all down to the details.
You sit down and discuss the number of children.
Yeah.
What is that? What is happening to our generation? So we sit down and count. Maybe we are going to have 2 after 2 years. Listen to me.
Yeah.
The reason why, because for me, I feel like we are 9 at our place. We are 9. And the reason why, first of all, we were being told is because my parents needed to rename our uncles and aunties. So until they are done,
you know,
we have named our aunties, we named our uncles.
My brother.
Number 2, we used to have a lot of property. So there was enough resource in terms of food and everything to feed us. Same thing until now. I think the reason why, and that's why we find there are companies which do not even have enough human manpower, because there are no children being born. You find a couple rotating 20 years. You know,
realistically, hamwezi kuamua kwamba mtazaa tu. many factors to consider. Do we have enough money to raise these children?
Economy is tough.
Economy is tough. Huwezi kuamua kwamba
Tough for who?
just a minute.
This is from tough economy.
Joey, mwanako hana kazi, wewe pia unabangaiza hapa na pale, mtaanza kupata watoto more than 3. Excuse me, what kind of life do you want for your children? So you mtaketi chini mseme, sweetie, I think 1 or 2 enough for us.
Okay.
If we can opt
back to this question of you know, an African man marrying an African woman who does not want to have children. Does she even have an
African woman? And I will say it right here.
Why do you get married to someone who doesn't want children?
Because
why you get
wazungu wanakaanga tu hivyo.
Wazungu sisi ni Afrika. Ukiolewa,
I need a choice.
Furaha ya ndoa ni watoto. Ukiolewa watu wanatarajia watoto. Na usisahau kuna wakwe watakuwekea pressure hapa nyuma. Ni nini? Oa mtu mwingine.
But also
in the event kwamba haujabarikiwa, manake ni baraka kutoka kwa Mwenyezi Mungu kwamba unapata watoto. Kwamba haiwezekani, mtatafuta njia zingine za kutafuta watoto. Lakini kabla hujaingia katika ile ndoa, hakikisha unajua huyu mtu wangu anataka watoto ama hataki watoto. Otherwise,
but also
give me high do it listen. I have no business merry-go-rounding around who doesn't want children.
What's that Fwedeke?
You babe, get that creature away from me.
Kids are not easy, you know. They're not easy. We've seen these pictures coming up of these children. I know they're adorable when they're born, but they can be quite a handful. Christine, what are we saying?
Tell the ones they get up for preteen, but why? She wants to reason with you. Kids are not easy. That is why you have to be stable.
You cannot reason with me. I'm your father. Who are you reasoning with? This is not a United Nations dialogue.
I'm raising my hand. Can I talk?
Go ahead.
Talk preteen.
But also, I think you find there are women who may have gone through maybe a bad experience, and actually making that decision not to have a baby is based on that experience. For a woman to say, I don't want kids, manze trace her past. She could have been either a victim of rape, she could have been maybe very, you know, maybe a victim of child violence. She could be a victim of any of those things. And for women, when we close that door, it's hard to, you know, peel ourselves out of it. So I would not judge a woman who says she doesn't want kids. Trace her past. Maybe even while maybe her mother was also, maybe she was an oops baby, and she grew up being told, wewe unakanga kama baba yako, sura mbaya kama sijui nini, you know.
Listen, Christian. Listen, Christian. First of all, 1 year into marriage, there should be signs. There should be people vomiting around the house.
1 year.
1 year.
No.
Why are you wasting time?
Are you listening, Willis Rabu?
1 year into marriage. The men that are watching here. 1 year. Groundnuts. Number 2. Oh, if there's a lady, if it's a lady who has gone through a traumatizing past, if you love me enough, and that's what I'm going to say very clearly, and I stand by my statement, if you love me so much, you should first of all be open up to me. Tell me, babe, something happened in the past. I will help you go through it. Let's go for
what is it embarrassing?
No, embarrassing from there. If you love me, why are you being with me? If it's about being embarrassed. You get? Love is about making sacrifices.
Different scenario, not in a marriage. We're seeing a lot of single mothers these days, and a lot of young women who are just saying, I don't even want to get into the whole relationship marriage thing. I just want my kid and I'm out. But then there are those who are saying, I would just want to focus on my career. I don't want children. Why are those women judged so harshly for that?
Because the society is unfair to women. I think we've had this discussion here previously. Kwamba mwanamke, there's how people look at you when you decide to become a single mother, which I think is unfair, because there are many people who are married, very unhappy and very bad lives. You know, the kids, what they see those marriages is something we cannot even start discussing. But having said that, having said that, if I'm a single mother, and I mean a single lady, and I decide, hey, okay, I think it's about time I got my own children, there are also many factors to consider. Do you have a good support system? In the event kesho hauko, nani atakuchungia watoto wako? Because mtoto hakuzi peke yake, you cannot do it alone. You understand? Do you have enough money? Don't do it because I'm 39, Christina shapata mtoto. Do you have enough money to raise this child? Otherwise, tutakuwa napo tu Now my hashtag, all guys are dogs. Come on, it is a choice you decide. You decided, eh?
Right.
Because sometimes I find like single mothers like playing victims. Yeah, he left me, but it was a choice at the time.
Right.
For you to choose him.
Yes, when you decide I'm going to do this alone, know that you're going to do it for a long haul, alone.
Listen.
Yeah, but have a good support system to nurture and guide your child.
But okay, like if you went to the papers today, the Ministry of Health released some statistics that actually now the teenage pregnancies are 18%. Okay, of course they narrowed down to one particular community where they were saying in Kajiado 40%. It has actually surpassed the national rate. Now then they're at 40%. Teenage pregnancies. And they were saying most of this is local guys, border guys who are impregnating the girls and whatever. So I think it all boils down to parenting, number one, because watoto hawaambiwi, this is the far that you should go with a boy, the limitations as to how you should relate with a boy. I think it's
that conversation will continue on 10 over 10 tonight here on very important.
To a single lady who was married once, dentists didn't work out. It's okay. You get?
Yeah.
At least just make sure you maintain a relationship with the father of the kids, for the sake of so that the man is still available as a father figure. But to those ones who wake up and say, oh my God, I'm a brand manager, I have money, I just want a donor. Hey, donor for who? Blood donation is okay, but that thing donation to see a God, go create for your own. If Eve would have told God, excuse me God, who told you what a man? I just let a daughter, would we be here? This is the thing, and I say
there are people. Let me cut you short.
The government should buy
people who don't do well. The government should buy
because listen, listen, Masawe, if those ladies are allowed to continue merry-go-rounding their useless lips, talk like that I don't need a man, I just need a child. First of all, you see they're controlling the government revenue in terms of taxes. You get?
We pay our taxes.
You get?
We vote and we pay our taxes.
They are women.
We contribute to the economy.
I will go to the toilet if we continue this topic. I'll walk up this step. Continue this topic about.
There are women who don't do well in relationships, by the way.
Yes.
They've tried one. They've tried. They've tried. These are the guys.
If you do relationship with a man, how do you relationship with your child?
That's different.
Me, I'm tired of this.
Yeah, that's different. Right. So if you think you can do it and you want a child, it's okay. Just the same way, there are people who do not want children ever. I can't judge you because you don't want children.
And the judgmental part is what I'm, kind of sort of worried about. Is that everyone makes their own decisions. And if I consider the factors that Masawe has just said and I find that I fall short, why should I then, decide to have children? Everyone is in a different...
Why should you
I remember, just a minute, let me give you a personal experience.
We have like 30 seconds to tell this story because we're out of time.
I remember the first time I got pregnant. I cried and I asked myself, can I raise a child? And there was that answer that told me, yes, you can. And look at me, happy.
Yeah. I think okay, we do have to wrap this conversation. I'm sorry. We're out of time. Citizen Extra is going to be starting next. Although I think I did a little bit too much research on this topic because last night I actually had a dream that I was pregnant.
Oh, wow.
That was not an announcement. I want to thank my partner for being here. It's great. Great to be back. Give us your social media handles quickly. We'll just go around.
All right, mine is at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. See where you want to take your guys.
Social media handles.
Masawe Japani, Masawe _S, Japani _N. That's on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
And of course, we'll be having Joy's baby shower in 2 weeks' time. Dr. Foneka on Instagram, Dr. Foneka on Twitter. I cannot wait for that baby shower. We'll be having a lot of showers.
I want to hear my tonight I'll be back on 10 over 10 alongside Willis Traburu. It's going to be a blast. Ali Kiba is coming through. I'll catch catch you at 10. Citizen Extra is next.